That's the one right there. That's the one, that one right there. Hey, it's a preacher, and today we're gonna cut a big tree down in the yard. A big ash tree. I'll give you another look at it. So here's my garden, and we're fixing to get to work out here, and we're gonna put some chicken wire all along the bottom that'll keep the chickens out of the garden. But there's a big ash tree, it's right here, and it tends to shade the garden certain times of the year. I mean, peak summer, the sun's above it, but the problem is it leans away from the house, but also it leans a little over, and it's going to be hard for you guys to see because of the sun. Maybe we can get over here. Yeah, I think you can. Okay, so here's our ash tree right here. It comes up and it sticks out, and the problem is the corner of my garden is right there. And so I'm thinking that fork right there is going to be real close, depending on how I can drop it, to the corner of that, and it may catch it. It may get all the way around here and clip the chicken pen. I don't know how tall it is. I'm aiming for this thing right here. I'd like to hit just on this side of that pile of trash. So I got a chainsaw, and I'll put you guys back here, and hopefully if I break something, y'all can laugh at me. If I don't break anything, I'll come back and brag on the camera. The wind is straight out of the west, and that's in my favor. So let's hope things hold true. Here we go. That went as perfectly as possible. I think there's some deer running off down through the woods. Anyways, let me show you what happened. I was cutting through it pretty good, and I kind of could see it leaning, but the wind changed and was blowing out of the north. So I kind of waited for just a second. Then when I felt the wind hit me in the back of the neck, I looked up and I could see the tree was going the way I wanted it to. So I went ahead and tried to cut fast, and I did that so that thinking the wind would help me, and it did. Let's go take a look. Because the wind was blowing, it snapped the tree before it got to my cut. But as you can see, I liked about an inch being to my cut on that side. And I was about 3 inches on this side being to where my relief cut was, which is okay. Being that it broke the way it did and folded over, it shortened how far out it landed. So that's a cherry tree right here. It's kind of not a very good one, and I may end up cutting it down anyways, but I really didn't want to get it hung up in that. So by splintering about 8 foot up and breaking over, it kept the tree back this direction. And that's going to make a lot of good firewood. Ash burns really good. And y'all was worried. That went really, really good. Really, I mean, I couldn't have orchestrated that any better than it broke. So anyways, let's do a little guess. I'm gonna cut everything from that trunk all the way down through here, and I'll cut any of the limb wood, you know, that big around and smaller. How much firewood will it make? Rick is 4 by 8 by whatever length you want to cut it. I'll say 16 to 18. Will it make a rick? Will it make 2? Rick and a half. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video, which probably be a gardening video, because this garden needs some attention.